Well, the thing that's so funny about doing the record in Nashville before is that a lot of the guys that I've played with for a long time in the studio. So there's a real great comfort level that comes with that, of knowing you really trust them, they trust you, you know, and they have ideas. You're used to working with them and knowing if they work or if they don't. And so what was great about it is, you know, taking a break from that, getting new players in, doing a lot of stuff that you have in your head to do. But the thing that's kind of hard is going back to Nashville with a record that no one's heard, where I think the thing that I always took for granted doing the record in Nashville is you kind of have this built-in support staff just because it's guys who are in the room with you making the record. And so they would go home and tell their wives and husbands and girlfriends and whatever, and then you'd run into those people and they'd be like, hey, I heard the record sounds awesome. And so just sort of by proximity, the word would sort of spread. And so before you knew it, people that you didn't know, you know, knew you were doing a record and you hadn't even told them. And so there's this fun buzz from, oh man, I can't wait to hear it. So-and-so said it sounds great. Where doing the record in LA was so interesting because nobody knew. And so I came back to Nashville and they're like, so where you been? I'm like, you know, doing a record, you know. And so you have to sort of, it was kind of, I got really in my head about it because I was like, man, nobody knows about it. Is it even good? Whereas doing the record in Nashville, you know, you're just kind of constantly encouraged just because guys were in the studio with you and they're invested in it too. And so that was kind of hard, but I think it was also what was fun because it was kind of, it's been a real fun thing to hear people hear something that I haven't done before and gone, man, this is very different for you and it's very different from what we've expected. And thankfully, so far, people have enjoyed that. It hadn't been something that they're like, swing and a miss, Barnes, next time. So it's been good. I mean, having John and his expertise obviously is ways, it adds a lot of opinion and positivity because, you know, he's done so many records and he loved the record, which is good. So that definitely helps. So, you know, those moments that I'm like, is this good? You think, well, he wouldn't have signed off on it if it wasn't something that he didn't believe in. And it was fun too because, you know, doing a record in LA, working with John, I wrote songs to that. You know, I really tried to write stuff that was that way. I didn't want to come out there with like little singer-songwriter, you know, picked guitar songs, which he would have done great with anyway, but I really wanted to set him up to like really volley, you know, like easy, you know, sort of lob the softball to him. And so I tried to write, I sort of scrapped a lot of stuff once we figured out we were working with John. I got rid of a bunch of songs, sort of literally kind of wrote about half, if not 70% of the record in a month and a half before I started to work with him because I really wanted it to be something that would be a pop record or at least more poppy than what I've been working on up to that point. So it came, I really love how it came out, and that, doing the record here, working with him sort of made me make different decisions, which ended up making a different record, you know.